So, the new update that has happened has actually fixed season preview, so I can finally tell you where we're predicted to finish is 13th. Given I've only signed, one player, it's not surprising. Only issue is it shows last season's transfers, not this season, so still things to fix, I suppose. At least we're a 3-star club, I suppose, so could be worse. Also, one of the reasons I actually use the screen, knowing that we are a 3-star team, is very useful. We are a very young team as well. One of the youngest. Doesn't tell you the manager or the key players, so stuff has still been broken by this. But we are still one of the joint youngest teams, and it's not surprising. But given everything that's here, and we got no player in the middle Dream 11, and we just drew last time out against BK Hacken, the fact that they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the middle Dream 11 is promising. We do have Homeby next though. And I'm doing that, and I'm taking on Piteå, because Piteå are the team we take on in the semi-final of the Swedish Cup. So, we're doing both those games today. And this is the lineup for the game against Hammarby. I'm realizing that Madsen's actually potentially our best player now, which shows just how good of a signing she was. Everything else is also the same. I don't know what to expect from here. I also realize, do I need to play quarter more given the loan agreement? Is that a way to see this? Regular starter. Apparently, she is a bit... Well, yeah, she's not happy. So I will need to play her at some point in the near future. In fact, we can probably play her today. So, that's the only change I'm going to make, is that... Let's see how we do against Hammarby. Now, we had a 19-day rest because there was an international break in the meantime. Could be fun, could be dangerous, who knows? Let's find out together, shall we? We are at home this time, and that's fine. We've also had some teams play other games in between now and then, so it makes sense. Hammarby are one of the better teams, third place right now. And they are down to third because Norrköping did play in between now and the last match. They actually played today, so we are one of the teams that is having to play later than some other opponents, but Hammarby, a dangerous opposition. We're moments away from winning the title last year, but then blew because it has such a bad run of form towards the end. Why BK Hacken are the defending champions and not Hammarby. Either way, hopefully we can get a result at home because our home record is really good. Truly do not know what to expect for this game. I know that Hammarby are one of the better teams on paper. We saw that when we looked at the season preview earlier, and that was a good pass to Hasund. And she's going to cut inside, go for goal. How has that hit both posts and not gone in? That is incredibly lucky. I would take that luck. Not a good shot to concede, though. Perhaps one of the more damning things about this game is somehow we've got 80+% possession. I don't know how it's happened, but here we are now. Miettinen finds Goldman. Plays it out to Mattsson, who we know can shoot and score from that range. Goldman again. Miettinen, Mattsson, Miettinen again. Plays it across to Nygren. She can go for goal. Has done over the bar. A free kick again. And it's a good position to get the free kick so long as the delivery is as good as I hope it can be. But Miettinen will hopefully do a good delivery. Doesn't look impressive, but Goldman gets to it anyway, so it's fine. She goes for goal from there, and the keeper is forced him to make it a save. I think it was going to go wide anyway, but De Jong did not know if that was going in or not. If we get draws against Hammarby, if we get a draw against Hammarby today, after the draw against BK Hacken, I'm not going to be too upset by that. But here is Goldman, as we get another opportunity, another highlight go away, it seems like. Goldman, cutting inside, has to play back to Miettinen. Here's Mattsson. Looks like she's gone for goal herself, just wide. Vilhelmina is definitely an issue here. If we can get some better players next season, I'm already looking at next season because we've already got 7 points so far. Hasund plays it across to try and find her teammate, does, and Paula Vilhelmina has scored the opening goal of the game. It looked dangerous, it was going to be a problem, and we've not dealt with that well at all. And unfortunately, Hammarby are leading. It's not ideal, but they are one of the better teams. One of the two big name teams. And better teams on paper, generally, in fact. But we could have done better there. However, we're now on the attack. Miettinen tries to find Goldman, does. Just about. Mattsson wasn't the best ball from the deep line playmaker, but Becker heads it back to Nygren, back to Becker, plays it up wide to Bjornström. Good ball to Bjornström, who's made the keeper come out to her, and that is an equaliser. Should she be able to do that? I don't know, but I'm not complaining. That is a very quick equaliser. And the fact that the keeper was drawn out by this ball makes me wonder why she felt the need to go for this. I don't think she would have scored if the keeper hadn't gone out for that, but that's just me being honest with you. Okay, so another highlight immediately starting for them. And having just equalised, I like to think we can hold on to the level scoring a bit longer this time, as Vilhelmina is causing problems again down the left-hand side. She plays it across. Oh, they just scored it immediately. Okay, Vilma Koivisto with the finish. That's not great. Immediately, the fact they get the goal to put them back in front is frustrating. And I thought we could hold on a bit longer than this, but clearly not. And clearly, keeper should probably do better there, honestly. So half-time, it is 2-1. That's gone lower down. Not sure I like that, to be honest with you. But Hammarby are going to go top. I think it's going to be 4 wins from 4. It is. So Hammarby are not exactly a bad team. They've won every game so far this year. There'll be no shame in losing this game at all. So, a good chance for Goldman here. Very good chance. Top corner either side, she's going to score. And she puts it over instead. That is a chance you can't be missing from there. Okay, so there might be another late twist in this game yet. As we get the ball back anyway. Holgren now. One of the substitutes is on the ball. Goldman, Holgren, Westbrook is going to have to do something here. Here's Brandström, Ankoff, Brandström for a second of the game. Gets a second. We've equalised. That's good. And Robertson has come off. Ankoff gets an assist. And this is promising. Can we win this now? This is really nice football, actually, the way we worked this. They'll probably say it should have been better, but it's just a nice 1-2 between Ankoff and Brandström. And Brandström finished off the chance nicely. Can we win this? They got a free kick now. And this is even worse than the Goldman situation. And Guillermo can score from this. I am very much not expecting a good performance. What is Brand doing? It's hit the post. She was helpless. She was absolutely helpless there. Didn't even die. Just went forward instead. Another chance for Hammarby, it seems. Blakestead on the ball. Miyagawa. Blakestead plays it into Yuri. Cleared away though, thankfully. And Amstead has to clear it again. So we don't have any player up the field. And Hassan just scored that. That's terrible keeping. I'm sorry. I can't forgive that keeping. That is terrible. It's the first time I've really can truly say that the keeper might have just cost us this game. Hassan, it's just gone under the keeper. She should have been able to get to that. No question in my mind. And that is our first defeat of the league season. Not ideal that we lost it, but it was against a team that has won their first 3 games going into this season, going into this game. So one of the better teams did beat us today. And yes, as we stand, we're now down to 5th place, so not the end of the world. And AIK also won, so the 2 teams you'd expect to do well in the men's game have won as well. BK Häcken won last time out as well. They won on Wednesday against Elfsborg, which is why Elfsborg are now in the relegation zone. And Piteå actually got their first points of the season against Bob Heikkinen, who also got their first points. So that was a relegation clash already this season, so yeesh, good luck to them. Anyway, let's go to the Cup semi-final. So, if we win, we're going to take on BK Häcken in the final, which means that BK Häcken are in 2 finals this season. The Euro Cup final and the Svenska Cupen final. So, that could be fun to break some dreams, couldn't it, if we somehow manage to get away to that competition? Okay, the match is here. We're going to go to it. Truly don't know what to expect. I'm also going to have to say we're going to use the same scores last time, but we've got 2 substitutes not with us. There's 2 players that we don't tend to use a lot of. Holgren is probably the only exception to the rule. But I hope we do well in this game, because we really need to win if we are going to have a chance of getting any silverware this season. So let's see how we do against Piteå today. Okay, so we're at home for this game too, which is even better. It's the same squad as last time. I truly don't know what to expect. I know this is one of the worst teams in the division. Look at this is in preview now, but I also realise we're also considered the third worst or the second worst in the entire country, in this entire division. So paper doesn't tell you everything you need to know here. We've shown we can score. We've scored once against BK Häcken at their ground. We scored twice against Hammarby. You almost got a point there. It wasn't for a bit of a blunder of ourselves, but Larsson goes for goal. But Rosen scores instead, and we lead in the semi-final of the Svenska Cupen against a side that is one of the weakest sides in the league. Very much what we were hoping for early doors. It's a bit lucky it's fallen to Robertson because it looks like Larsson's gone for goal herself and it's just found a way to Robertson, but you can never tell. 1-0 either way. That being said, we get an immediate highlight, which doesn't bode well, given what happened last time we scored immediately. Yeah. Last week we scored immediately, we conceded immediately, so it was not great. Hopefully we don't come to that bluster again, but Miettinen did not need to head the ball out like that, as Swedman can play it across, does so. Okay, we deal with it. Just about an own passive, comfortable way, as Larsson now on the ball can play it out wide. Does find Miettinen. Back to Larsson. We can make it to ourselves, honestly, when we're passing the ball through their defensive line. And now on earth, as Robertson still got to that. And Fjellstuen now on the ball. Can play this across. Plays it to Mattsson. Goes for goal from there. It is over. We could have made it 2, but we didn't. Okay, so now that we are in the position we are, I'd like to get a second goal. I know some people don't consider this to be an important thing. I want to win this cup. If not this year, then maybe a few years afterwards, because I want to win a trophy. Even if it doesn't get me anything apart from pride. As Nykon goes for goal, just wide. We could have made it 2 there. If there's one thing I know how to do in FM26 so far, it is to win trophies. And we have a chance again, as that cross is cleared away. But it is Miettinen. Plays it across to Mattsson. Can play it out wide or back to Miettinen. She does. Here's Nygren. Goldman. Goes for goal from there. And that is an outstanding finish from Goldman. We have doubled our lead. Happy days. Off the underside of the bar. That's perfect. This is one of those goals you just love to see. I realise I pretty much showed you every game of the season so far, but this is one of those goals you just have to admire. Could the keeper done better there? Probably, but we're not complaining. It's 2-0. A chance to make it 3 from this free kick. As Robertson looked like she was fouled, but didn't get anything for her troubles. And suddenly, Piteå have a chance to counter. Now, don't really expect to get countered like this often, but that was not a good shot. That looked more like a pass. Miettinen, Larsson, what can we do? Miettinen again. Finds Goldman's time. Out across to Mattsson. Here is Nygren. Back to Mattsson. Out wide to Fjallström. The fact we can just use the whip to our advantage here is wonderful. And Branson's shot is blocked. The second one was saved. Just before half time now, it's Quarter on the ball. And it's now Becker. So, the centre-back's having some fun. Nygren. Fjallström now on the ball. What can we do in this opportunity? She beats her player. And again, Viklund denied and is forced to look stupid. And Larsson puts it over. Half time, 2-0. A good start. An opportunity to try and make this 3. We've made some changes already now with the personnel. Anderson plays across to Nygren. Can we have some fun? Goldman plays the line down to Miettinen. Really good pass to find her. Can play this across now Miettinen. Finds Goldman. And it was blocked in the end by Lind. Respum's come on for Goldman. So, a good game from her point of view. Celebrating her goal. And we have a chance from the corner. Nygren doesn't get to it, but his Larsson goes for goal! Really good finish. That should be it. That should be game, set, and match. Another lovely finish tonight. And we're winning comfortably. A really, really good opportunity to showcase our ability here. It wasn't even the first phase, it was the second phase, and she's hit this first time. On the half volley, in off the underside of the bar. Nothing the keeper could have done there. We now have made all our changes, 20 minutes to go. And I know that's a risk to do, to make all my changes so early, but I do that a lot. I've done it since FM23, I think, at this point. But Larsen finds Miettinen, and plays across again. Does so, finds Westburn, but it was only going to find its way to Thea Backstrom, who makes it 4. We are just enjoying ourselves now. Do I feel sorry for them at this point? Maybe. But everyone wants the goal now. We're in firm control. Miettinen. It's a shot that's saved, but Backstrom just there to take advantage of the pieces, and Johannesson will feel like she should have done better. Well, we're heading to our first final of the season, so that's nice. Or the series, really. At least since I took over this club anyway. And it's going to be a Miettinen on the ball again. We're already 4-0 up. We could just do what we want at this stage. Larsen, who is looking a bit tired. I could probably tell him to ease off a little bit, honestly. But Ankov goes for goal. That's a save. I'm actually going to slow the tempo to go from standard to lower, just to slow things down, because we've got so much in our locker now as Ankov finds Miettinen. I wonder if that's going to help the stamina a little bit, as Becker can now do something. Can play it across. Does so. Respoon's now made it 5. When even the centre backs are getting involved in this, you know it's a bad day for you. And that's now 5. This is comfortable. Do I feel bad? Not really. Ankov, good pass to find Becker in the first place. And Becker, he there just played across comfortably. Respoon's in too much time and space. And yeah, easy goal. Well, we're in our first final. I can't complain about that. Really easy game in the end. 5 different goal scores too. And we get BK Hacker in the final. I can't complain at all, can I? And with that game in the cup final secured and confirmed, next month, I'm going to end this here. I might actually come back for this cup final. I haven't decided yet. But I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video. And that you'll subscribe to the channel. Really does help me a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.